Hi, I'm Sean. Welcome to GuitarReferenceGuide.com. Today we're going to go through the classic song Black Water by the Doobie Brothers. It's a great fingerstyle piece. Tuning is a little different. It's a double drop D tuning. So you're going to tune the low E string down to D, and you're going to tune the high E string down to D. So both of these strings will be D. All the other strings stay the same, double drop D. So I'm going to break down each section, do close up on the neck, take you through it really slow. This is a really fun song. And thanks for visiting GuitarReferenceGuide.com. If you like what you see, please subscribe. A lot more videos coming, and let's get started. Okay, for the intro and the verses, the really fun little guitar part here, we're going to start by sliding. I'm going to play through it really slow and then break it down. And that's it. So we're going to start with our first finger. First fret, we're going to slide to the second fret. Then we're going to play the A string open. And then we're going to play an A minor 7 chord. You're going to play the D string, G string, and B string with your thumb, index finger, and middle finger, grabbing all three of those strings simultaneously. So it should sound like this. So thumb on the D, index on, thumb on the D, index on the G, and middle on the B on this hand. So now we're going to play the A string with your thumb, high E string with your third finger. Now we're going to slide from the second fret to the fourth fret on the low E string. Now even though these are tuned to D, I'm just going to call them E for the sake of the tutorial. It's a little easier to think of these strings as E even though they're tuned down to D. So we have A, high E, slide from second fret to fourth fret, open, E, and then now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You're going to play an open G, and then after you play the open G, you're going to hammer your index finger down onto the second fret. As you're hammering that down onto the second fret, your thumb's going to come down onto the D. So as soon as it hammers, you're hitting the D string with your thumb. So then we have, and then we're going to play the G string and the B string with these two fingers. So and then the low E string and then the high E string with your third finger. So that phrase would sound like this. Real slow. Hammer, hit the D, high E, low E, and that would be it. Low E, high E, and then we're back into the slide. So real slow. Let's do that riff one more time. We hammer, D, G and B, low E, high E. That's a good thing to just practice. When you get that down, you'll be ready to play the whole phrase. That's the hardest part of it. It's timing, and so when you're hammering, your D's coming down at the same time. So get it down slow and then build up speed. It's at around 84. And that'll be the intro and the verses. The chorus. We're going to play third finger at the 5th fret on the low E string, pinky on the 5th fret of the high E string. We're going to pull off. We're playing these two notes at the same time. I'll play through a little of it and then break it down. That'll be the first measure of the chorus. Then we move up to the 8th fret, and we're playing this phrase. Third finger at the 8th fret of the E, pinky on the 8th fret of the D, first finger on the 6th fret of the B. We come back to the 8th fret. Now second finger is going to go to the 7th fret of the D. You're going to play that in the high E string simultaneously. So the first measure, we pull off the 5th fret, D, B, low E, high E, D. The same time, 3rd fret on the high E string and low E string at the 5th fret, we pull off. Pinky comes to the 5th fret of the B string, then we play the D at the same time with our thumb on the D. Then high E, then back to the low E, then to the B with our middle finger, then thumb with the D. That would sound like this, really slow. That'll be the first phrase. Pull off, D, B, E, high E, D. Pull off here. Pull off, 3rd fret, 5th fret on the B string and the open D, high E. So I'll play through that phrase. Real slow. 8th fret, we go back to this phrase. Thumb, playing the E, D, B at the 6th fret, back to the E, 7th fret and high E open, back to the low E, keeping your finger there, 8th fret, 6th fret, back to the low E, then high E open and D open. So, that'll be the rhythm of it. So one more time. That would bring us through the first part of the chorus. That's going to happen a total of, I think, 3 times. The second half of the chorus, playing A chord. I'll play through a little and then break it down. So, we're going to play open A, D, and then the high E string, B string, and G string with these 3 fingers. So, and then we're going to come to the 2nd fret of the low E. I'm going to play that. Then we're going to play the D, the G, and the B open. Then the E again. And then high E, then low E, then G. And then we're going to slide from 2 to 4, then open 2, hammer on the A. So that would sound like this. So it's a lot of droning on the low E. That's going to go a total of, I think, 4 times before we go to the next part. So we do that 4 times. second half of the chorus. Now we're going to go to a D chord. Basically, I'm going to set this up like a normal D chord, but you don't have to put your second finger down. We're going to play the E. We're going to basically play the E, the D, and then the G and the B together. So, same kind of rhythm. Then to an A minor 7, open A. You're going to play these strings together. So, and then we're going to play an open A, high E, low E, then open G, then we're going to do the hammer here. So that would sound like this, real slow. We have the D to the A minor, hammer, open, second fret on the A, open, second fret on the D, and then we're back. And then you go back to the first part, the lick over the A. And on the last time, you're going to just hit an A chord, and then we're going to pull off the third fret and the fourth fret on the B string and D string, and that's going to sound like this. And then it kicks back into the verse lick. So I'll play through that one time for you. Here we go. Really slow. To the D, to the A minor 7. Back to the first, the A, to the A, and then we have the pull-offs here. And that would be Black Water by the Doobie Brothers.